Hi, I'm Judy with Amazing Trails Yoga, doing spring yoga, spring into spring, hiking Batona Trail, a 50-mile trail in New Jersey, having so much fun. And today we'll be doing many spring asanas, starting with a spring cleaning twist, raining poses, opening the umbrella, coming into a rainbow and sun god, and lotus poses, opening the flower, closing the flower, and it's just a beautiful time and looking forward to seeing you on the mat. We will start in Sukhasana, cross-legged position, and go right into half lotus for the spring. Take your right foot over your left thigh if you can, otherwise just stay in the cross-legged position. Take your long finger or middle finger connected to your thumb and place your hands on your knees. We'll take a nice inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Can lean back a little bit and lift up our knees for the next breath in and out. Maybe lift our bottom foot up. Inhale, it'll come easier as we warm up, and exhale. Dropping our legs back to the mat. Keep your right leg bent up toward the sky. Extend your left leg out to the front. Bring your right hand around behind you and tense your fingers. And we will inhale our left arm up and put it between your thigh and your chest and look over your right shoulder for a good spring cleaning twist. We'll get the cobwebs and the dust right out of us. And we're breathing. Looking to the front, we'll lower our right knee to the mat. Our sole of our right foot will come to the inside of our thigh. And we can make our way down to head to knee pose. Janushasana, head to knee, however far you can reach. And we're breathing. Making our way back up, we'll extend our left leg over to the side. The sole of our right foot will follow to the inner thigh. Take your left hand to the right knee and we'll inhale our right arm up, following the gaze into revolved head to knee pose, Parita Janushasana. You don't have to reach all the way down. However far you can is fine. We're breathing into our right side, into our right ribs, and relaxing. Making our way back up, we'll take our left foot over our right thigh, or you can come right into cross-legged, however way you can do it. Take your long finger and thumb back in the lotus and breathe in and out. In, out. In, out. Lifting our knees up for the inhale. Exhale. Maybe our bottom foot can come up. It'll get easier as we go on. And coming down, we'll keep our left leg bent up toward the sky. Extend our right leg out in front. tent the fingers of your left hand behind you. As you inhale your right arm up and place your arm between your thigh and your chest and look over your left shoulder. A nice spring cleaning, old-fashioned spring cleaning. Get all the toxins out of our bodies. Who doesn't like a good spring cleaning? And looking forward, we'll place our left knee on the mat. The sole of our foot can come to the inner thigh of our right leg, and we'll walk our way down to head to knee pose, Janushasana. However far you could reach, it does not matter. And we're breathing, enjoying the stretch. We're making our way back up, extending our right leg out to the side. The sole of our foot can come and meet the inner thigh. Take your right hand to your knee. Inhale your left arm up and over to revolved head to knee pose. Parita Janushasana, breathing into your left side, your left ribs. Again, you don't have to be as far down as I am. And we're breathing. We make our way up and we fishtail our feet around into tabletop position, where our wrists are directly under our elbows, under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips. If you look through your legs, you shouldn't be able to see your toes. We're going to do some cat-cow. So we inhale, coming to the balls of our feet, drawing our shoulder blades back. And exhale into cat, arching our back, coming to the tops of our feet. Inhale into cow, letting our udders fall to the mat. They're full, we're ready to be milked. Exhale into cat, looking so big to frighten that dog away, looking bigger than we really are. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming to a neutral spine, we'll take our fingers out to the sides, facing out to the sides, and we're making some slow and gentle body movements around in one way in a circle. Awakening our wrists, we'll be doing a little wrist work. Welcome to the ants, it's early spring, they're coming out already. The other way around. Be very gentle, don't put too much pressure on your wrists. Coming to center, we'll aim our fingertips to the back of us, toward our feet, and we'll do some forward and backwards cat-cows. So we're inhaling forward into cow, exhale into cat, bringing our seat by our heels. Inhale into cat, exhale to cow. Inhale to cat, coming forward. Exhale to cow, coming backwards. Coming back into tabletop, we'll come onto our forearms and interlace our fingers. We're coming over the balls of our feet and we're straightening our legs, coming right into dolphin. From dolphin, we'll do some dolphin push-ups. We are coming forward, dropping our pelvis toward the mat, and up for 3, forward, up for 2, forward, up for 1, and we'll rest, taking a nice breath in, crown of our head toward the mat, and we'll come forward and back, forward, and back, forward and back, and we'll rest again. Take a breath in and out. One more set. We'll come forward and back, forward and back, and forward. We'll stay in forward, and we are coming down, dropping our pelvis to the mat. Uninterlace your fingers, separate them, put your thumbs together. We are in a Sphinx pose. Take your feet to the sides of the mat and look over your right shoulder. Maybe you could see your right heel. Looking straight ahead, look over your left shoulder toward your left heel. And straight ahead, very nice. We'll interlace our fingers, come over to the balls of our feet. We are in a forearm plank, and we'll do some hip dips to the right and left, waking up our spines. Right, left, right, and left. And we're coming to the center, dropping our pelvis, unlacing our fingers, coming back into Sphinx. And we are in a tall, strong Sphinx. Now we're dropping our necks down, our shoulders stay up. We're in a lazy Sphinx. Coming up into a tall, strong Sphinx. Lazy Sphinx. And one more time, a tall, strong Sphinx. And a lazy Sphinx. Coming back into the tall, strong Sphinx. We'll interlace our fingers, come over the balls of our feet. We're in a forearm plank, and we'll do the hip dips for 3, 2, and 1. Back into the forearm plank. We'll drop our pelvis to the mat, come over to the tops of your feet, back into the Sphinx. We will stick our nose forward and drop our chins to our chest. Feel a nice stretch between our shoulders and nape of our necks. And looking forward, we'll interlace our fingers one last time for this one. Come to the balls of our feet. We're in a forearm plank, and we're dipping to the right and left. Right, left. Right and left. Very nice. We're in the forearm plank, and you are taking your hands directly under your shoulders, and we're making our way up into a downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a nice breath in and out. And now the fun begins as we lift our heels if they're not already lifted. Bend our legs at the knees, and we're springing forward for 3. Back to our heels. 2. Back to our heels, and you can spring forward in a jump or walk up any way you can into Uttanasana, forward fold. Interlace your fingers as we make our way up. Take your hands, your palms are toward your body, your thumbs come down, up and around, and we are in a palm tree. From palm tree, we're leaning to the right. And coming back up, our palms are facing each other. Oh my goodness, I feel it sprinkling. It's starting to rain. A lot of that in the spring, particularly this spring. We'll bend our right leg, and we're lunging our right foot back. It's raining harder and harder, so we need to open the umbrellas. We can lean forward. If you have blocks, you can hold on to the blocks. Leaning forward, lift your right leg up. Opening up the umbrella. It doesn't have to be too high. If it's down here, it's perfectly fine. We're opening the umbrella. Oh, we want to see if it's still raining, so we're coming into staff. Bring your hands forward, your knee up. You could stick your foot out from under the umbrella. Oh, still raining. Coming back under the umbrella. The rain is stopping. Drop your right foot back. We're opening up into a rainbow. Sun God. Follow the rainbow arch back into the lunge position and bring your left foot back to meet your right in downward dog. Take a breath in and out. Lifting your heels if they're not already lifted. We're bending our legs at the knees, springing forward for 3. Back to our heels. 2. Back to our heels, and we could spring forward or walk forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Interlacing your fingers, we're coming back up. Palms toward us. We bring them out in front of us. We're coming up into the palm tree. Lean to the left. Coming back up, our palms are facing each other. Starting to sprinkle, oh my goodness. Bending your left leg, we're taking our left foot back, lunging our left foot back. It's raining harder and harder. So time to open that umbrella. We're leaning forward, opening the umbrella. You don't have to lift your left leg too far. Let's see if it keeps raining. So bring your left knee up. We could stick our foot out from under the umbrella. It's raining. Back under the umbrella. The rain is slowing down. Coming out from under the umbrella. The rainbow is coming out. Sun God. Follow the rainbow arch into the lunge. Your right foot comes to meet your left, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we come into plank and we drop knees, chest, chin. Coming up into a full cobra over the tops of our feet. Curl them under as we sit back on our heels. Downward dog. Take a breath in and out. We'll do that series one more time. Lift your heels if they're not already lifted. Bend your legs at the knees and we spring forward for 3. Back to our heels. 2. Back to our heels and we spring forward or walk right up into Uttanasana. Interlace your fingers. We're coming up. Palms are forward. Up over top of us. We're leaning to the right. Palm tree. Coming back up. Our palms are facing each other, starting to rain. Bend your right leg at the knee, lunge your right leg back. Raining harder and harder. We better open up that umbrella. Leaning forward, opening the umbrella. Let's see if it keeps raining. If it's still raining, bringing our right knee up into staff. We could stick our foot out. It's raining. Back under the umbrella. Oh, I think the rain is stopping. We can come into the lunge. Out comes a rainbow. Sun God. Follow the rainbow arch. Back to the lunge. The left foot comes to meet the right, downward dog. Take a breath in and out. Lifting our heels if they're not already lifted. Bend your legs at the knees, seat to heels. We spring forward for 3. Back to our heels, spring for 2. Back to our heels, spring ahead any way you can come up. We're in a forward fold. Interlace your fingers. Palms are down and then in front of us, overhead, we lean to the left. Coming up, unlace your fingers. Your palms are facing each other. It is sprinkling, sprinkling. Bend your left leg at the knee. Lunge your left leg back. Oh, it's starting to rain harder. Time to open that umbrella. However far, you don't have to even lift your leg. It can be just like this. We need to see if it is still raining. Come into staff. Lift your left knee up. Stick your foot out. I feel some raindrops. Time to come back under the umbrella. The rain is stopping. Lower your left heel. Rainbow, beautiful rainbow. Who doesn't like a rainbow? Sun God. Follow the rainbow arch back into the lunge and bring your right foot back to meet your left. Downward facing dog. We come into the plank and we're coming all the way down this time. Take your arms out to a T. Bend both feet at the same time. We're coming into Dana or Savasana. Take your hands, your arms to the outsides of your feet. Maybe you could grab your pants, anything you can grab. And we're coming up into a bow pose and we're breathing and coming down. Come back up into the bow pose. This opens your mind and your body for a new season. And for fun to have a further expansion, we're rolling to the right side. I kind of feel like a kid when I do this. This is a great shoulder opener. Ready to welcome a new season, spring after a long, cold New York winter. Although today we're in Jersey. And we're rolling back onto our abs. Inhale up. And we're rolling to our left side for further expansion. Like I said, I feel like a little kid rolling around. It's really fun. And we roll back to our abs. We can straighten our legs. Put your hands under your shoulders. We're coming up into the high cobra. We're at the tops of our feet, flipping over to the balls of our feet. Our seat goes to our heels and we're meeting back in downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. Starting a new set. We're lifting our heels, bending our legs at the knees. We're springing forward for 3. Back to our heels, 2. Back to our heels, and we're making our way up into a squat pose, which is Malasana. And I will face this way, might be a little easier to see. So we're in a squat pose. You don't have to jump up into it. You can make your way up any way that you can. We sit back on our seats. Put your heels together, long finger and thumb back into lotus. We will do blossoming lotus. So we open the flower and close. Open the flower and close. If you have trouble, take your hands under your thighs and open the flower and close. Then we put our feet down and your arms come through your legs and we make our way up, trying not to touch the mat on the way up. If you do, no problem whatsoever, but we'll work on that. And we're coming into tree. The trees are coming back to life after a long winter. You can take your toes, lift them, separate them for a nice strong foundation. Your left leg will be your standing leg. As you inhale, your right foot up. It could come this far. You could use the ground as support up to your calf, up to your inner thigh. And we're taking our long finger and our thumbs back into the lotus and we're breathing in and out. The trees are just starting to blossom now. It's really quite beautiful. We're bringing our knee forward and we're lunging back and coming into the rainbow and the goddess. Following the arch back into the lunge and take your left foot back to meet your right in downward dog. Lifting your heels, bending your legs, bringing your seat to your heels. We'll spring forward for 3, back, 2, back, and then we spring into Malasana or make your way up any way that you can. Fingertips, middle finger and thumb together in lotus. Your heels are together. Again, you can hold your under thighs and we open the flower. When it's sunny out, Close it when it's raining. Open the flower when it's warm, close when it's cold. And again, blossoming lotus, and we close it. Now take your arms through your legs. We're coming up, and we will take our left leg into the tree. Our right leg is standing. Any way that you can. You can hang on to a wall, a piece of furniture, a tree, whatever you like, and we're breathing. Bring your knee forward into staff. Your left leg comes back into lunge, welcoming the rainbows of spring, sun god. Follow the rainbow arch back into the lunge, and bring your right foot back to meet your left in downward dog. Take a breath in and out. From downward dog, we're coming in a lunge, and you could do knees, chest, chin, or you could come into the full chaturanga. Upward facing dog, and over the tops of your feet, downward facing dog. Lifting up your heels if they're not up already. We'll bend our legs at the knees and spring forward for 3. Back to our heels, spring for 2. Back to our heels and springing forward into Malasana. Any way you can get there, doesn't matter. We're dropping our seat. Our heels are together. We're in a lotus, or our hands are under our thighs. And we open the flower and close. Open and close. Open and close. Bring your arms through your legs. Make your way up. Nobody's watching. However way you can come up. You could come directly into a tree position, or if you like, we could come into a standing half lotus. So we bring our right foot over toward our left hip. Take our left hand maybe to our big toe or any part of our foot. We could bring our right arm up to the standing half lotus. Or you could bring your right arm behind you. Maybe pull your leg a little further up. Grab your toe into a bind. Whatever's good for you. Everyone's at a different level. It's always fun to be challenging. And wherever you are, we're releasing, and we're bringing our knee forward and back into the lunge, welcoming the rainbow, sun god. Follow the rainbow arch into the lunge. Our left leg comes to meet our right, downward dog. Take a breath in and out. Lifting your heels, bending your legs at the knees. We'll spring forward for 3. Back to our heels, 2, back to our heels and jump, or make your way up to Malasana. It's the squat position. We are dropping our seat to the mat, heels together in the lotus pose or under your thighs. I'll do under my thighs to guide you. We open the flower and close. Open, it's really warm out. Close, it's cold out. Open, it's daytime. Close, it's nighttime. Dropping your heels to the mat. Shoot your arms through your legs, and we're coming up. Now you can take your left leg and you can come into tree on either way you want to do it. The lower tree, the calf, the inner thigh. Or you could bring your left foot over for the standing lotus pose. Maybe you might want to take your left arm around and grab a hold of your toe. And come up into the binded lotus. Whatever you like, whatever works for you. Challenge yourself or relax. And we are releasing whatever we have. Your left knee comes up and you're lunging your left leg back. Welcoming the rainbow, sun god. Follow the rainbow arch back into the lunge, And we're in a downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take a nice breath. I was gonna do a flow, but that's one more. And exhale. Lifting up your heels, we'll bring our seat to our heels and we spring forward for 3, back, 2, back, and spring forward into Malasana, however way you can get here. Drop your seat, heels together, lotus or under your thighs, and we open the flower and close. Blossom, unblossom. Sunny, rainy. Taking our feet to the mat, we're going to come up, and one last time on each side. You could come into the tree, you could come into lotus, or you could take your right leg and snake it around your left leg. A lot of snakes come out again in this spring. Your right leg is over your left, so your right arm is coming under your left. And we are in an eagle wrap, welcoming those snakes. It's part of spring. So if you're in tree or the lotus or eagle wrap, whatever you like, we're leaning forward. You could lift your right knee up, or unlacing our legs, unraveling our legs, coming back into the lunge, welcoming the rainbow, sun god, following the rainbow arch, back into the lunge, and we're coming into the downward dog. Take a breath in and out. And I'll do it from this side for the last one. Lifting your heels, we're bending our legs at the knees, seat toward heels. We spring forward for 3, 2, and 1. You can make your way any way you can up to the Malasana, dropping your seat, fingers in lotus or under your thighs. We open the flower, close. Open the flower, close. Open the flower, close. Dropping our feet to the mat, we're shooting our arms through, and we're coming up with our left leg. We could come up into tree, into the lotus, or take your left leg around your right, over top, snake it around. So your left is over, your left leg is over, your left arm will be under. We're an eagle, a lot of eagles. We could see them in the spring too. What a welcome sight. Could maybe lean forward, unravel your legs. If you're an eagle, you're picking up your left knee, lunging back, opening up the rainbow, sun god, following the arch, back into the lunge. Very nice. And we're coming into a downward dog. From downward facing dog, we come into a plank chaturanga, and we come into the upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. Walking our feet up, halfway up the mat, and our hands can come down. We're bending our legs at the knees and making our way into a seated position. We could start with the cross-legged position. Take your right leg. We're going to try to do a full lotus. We've been working our way up. Your right leg can come over the top of your left, and your left foot possibly over your right, if that works for you. Otherwise, come into the butterfly pose is perfectly fine. So this is a full lotus. We'll take a nice breath in and out. If you're in butterfly pose, it's still beautiful. Butterflies when our soles of our feet are together. Otherwise, we're back into the lotus. So your right foot is on top. Take your left hand to your right knee. We can look over your right shoulder. If you could bring your right arm around, Maybe grab your toe of your right foot. It's a full lotus bind. And looking straight ahead. Again, see if we could balance this time. As we said, maybe we could when we're all warmed up. If not, that's fine. We could work on it. I always love a challenge. And we're coming down. Your left knee should be on the bottom. So you're taking your right leg over top your left. We're coming into Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So your right knee is over your left. Your heels, the closer to your hips, the easier it is. The less challenging. You can bring your shins parallel to the front of the mat. Whatever you like. If your legs are up like this, it's fine. This is a really big, tough hip opener. We're breathing. If you want to lean forward a bit, that's fine. Winding down. Our way back up, and you can lean forward a bit. We're going to do a little magic trick. Keep your feet as they are. You're going to just pivot your feet around as you walk your body all the way around to the left, and you will come into Gomukhasana with your left knee up, or just come into Gomukhasana, left knee on the right. We'll do the same thing on this side. We're breathing in. Great hip opener. Again, if your knees are up like this, however way, that's fine. Totally fine. Keep a lot of stress in our hips. Could lean forward maybe if we like. Cow face pose coming up. One of my friends' cows just had a lot of spring calves. I can't wait to go over and see them. Now we're going to do the full lotus with the left knee over the right. So bring your heel of your right foot toward your hip, and we're coming into the cross-legged position. You could stay like this. You can come into the butterfly pose, or you can take your right foot over your left, and then your left will come up and around over the right, over the thigh. So we're in lotus on the other side. Take your long finger and thumb together, and we're breathing in, out, in, out, in, out, however way you have. Maybe we can do a balance, maybe not. And we're dropping our knees to the mat, unwinding and coming right onto our backs. And from our backs, we will take our right foot, cross it over our left, and we're coming into the shoelace pose, which is a lot like Gomukhasana. So your right knee is over your left. We're pulling our calf down, the outside of our ankles, pinky toe side of our feet, whatever you can. With our right knee over our left, we will continue to snake our legs around each other, coming into an eagle wrap. Maybe you can shimmy your torso about an inch to the right. Take your arms out to a T and drop your knees over to the left for a nice spinal twist and eagle wrap as you look over your right. When I hike, I'm always looking for eagles. Beautiful, majestic birds. Looking up to the sky, we'll bring our knees up, unravel your legs, and your left leg will come over your right into the cow face pose, or rather shoelace. You could grab the outside of your calves, your ankles, the pinky toe side of your feet, pulling them toward the ground. Getting rid of all our stress for the new season, spring. Releasing our hands, we'll continue to snake our legs around each other. Maybe pick up your torso a little, bring it an inch to the left as we bring our arms out to a T and drop our knees over to the right. Looking over your left shoulder, nice spinal twist. Keeps our backs really young, very vital for our health. Looking up to the sky, we'll bring our knees up to our chest, unravel our legs. We're separating our knees and our arms will come through just like when we were in Malasana. Grab the outsides of your calves, of your ankles, pinky toe side of your feet. We're in a happy baby. So many baby animals in the springtime. I mentioned the baby calves. They also have baby chicks. I saw some baby turtles here today. So many spring baby animals welcoming happy baby. Thank you so much for joining us for this spring yoga. This is really fun. Nice change. Bringing our knees together, our feet together. Give yourselves a nice little hug. And we're coming into Savasana, resting pose. Drop your shoulders to the mat, extend one leg out and the other to the sides of your mat. Let your feet splay open, the palms of your hands are above. Taking some beautiful breaths in and out. Waking up, a lot of animals and plants were dormant or hibernating over the winter. Let's wiggle our fingers and toes, waking our bodies up, making wrist circles, ankle circles. Drawing one knee up at a time to our chest. And we could make our way up into Sukhasana, easy pose. If you'd like to end with a full lotus, a half lotus, whatever you like. Put our fingers in the lotus position. Thank you so much for joining Amazing Trails Yoga, spring into spring. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, like us, we love you, and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Namaste.